Okay, so just a little introduction about Hamilton Telecommunications. We've been delivering 911 calls since 1968, so 50 years. But we've been in telecommunications business for over 117 years. And so we definitely have the expertise of call delivery. And we are a next-gen 911 core services company. We have a number of products that we make available. We have a wide range of regulatory experience. We have the accessibility component that April mentioned. We are a relay provider and have been doing that for over 25 years. And we also have a footprint in the United States of over 18 different states that we have services that we are working with today. But today we're here to introduce to you, if you haven't heard already, of real-time text and the capabilities that are available to you today, and so that you can receive real-time text at the PSAP. So I'm going to turn it over to Jeff so he can kind of explain what we have rolled out for you today.
Sure. So just by way of introduction, I've been with Hamilton officially for about 4 years, but unofficially have been involved with Hamilton for over 20 years, mostly in the accessible telecommunications industry that has both touched 911 service as well as text relay services, caption telephone services, video relay services, and the like. And so we certainly, part of our DNA at Hamilton is to ensure that the things that we are involved with are certainly focused on the needs of every citizen, and making sure that accessibility is not an afterthought, but accessibility is a core part of everything that we do. Okay, so today we're going to talk about a few challenges that may be at PSAPs and how we might have a solution, and how some of the things that we're doing might handle them. So really, if you talk about the most important thing is when somebody calls, you answer, we answer. That is the most important thing. And so we recognize that that there are outages from time to time. We recognize that that is a challenge when there are events that you have a large number of calls that you need to handle simultaneously. We also recognize that it is important for everybody to be able to communicate to 911 in the way that they are most accustomed to communicating. We've seen some great advances in technology, some great things about location today, about translation service today, all trying to make sure that we reach people in the way that they need to be reached. And real-time text is certainly an important part of it. And for me personally, who has been involved in TTY-based communications, writing modem algorithms for TTYs for over 20 years, it's exciting to me that we now have a technology that is able to provide such wonderful new capability to a segment of the population that is really reliant on text-based communications. And it's not just for them, but it is valuable for all of us. Okay, so what we have, and we've shown this in the past, that our telephone here. It's a physical telephone device that is an IP-based phone that supports voice and real-time text conversations or communications. We've shown this before at the FCC, and this certainly plays a role in some of the things that our sister company in 711 Relay is doing. But we also have an application of this phone that we're demonstrating today, and is appropriate for next generation 911 services. So what we have here is a phone that can be deployed within your PSAPs. It can be deployed within your PSAPs to serve multiple purposes. Number one, it is a phone that allows you to communicate in both voice and real-time text natively. That would enable you in your PSAP to communicate and be compatible with the same real-time text that wireless carriers have deployed in their networks. So it can provide a way for you to move forward immediately today into your PSAPs with real-time text support. Additionally, it also supports location information and rebidding and all of the things that you would expect from a 911 call taking station, although in a smaller format. The intent of this phone is that it can provide a number of different opportunities for a backup system, for overflow from a primary system, as well as if you have calls that originate as real-time text and your primary systems maybe do not natively support real-time text, then you can use this system to communicate with the people that are using real-time text without having to have it be converted to TTY communications. So another aspect of this phone is how it is, given that it is an internet-based phone, it would natively use your internet infrastructure. So if you have an ESI net, but one of the nice things about this phone is that it is portable and uses virtual private network technology to communicate back to a back-end system so that you can actually take this phone, and if your primary PSAP has lost all power, has no connection, complete disaster, you can pick up this phone, walk down the street to Starbucks, plug it in, get on their Wi-Fi, it'll establish a virtual connection, privately encrypted, back to the data center, and you can answer the call. So that is, and that works whether it's Starbucks or you have a mobile command center, what have you. All right, so what we're looking at here is the screen of the phone when it is participating when it has answered a call. And so what you can see at the top, we'll kind of go from the top. So on the top left, you see a phone number that kind of looks like a phone number, 10401. That is sort of the extension assigned to this phone. There's a little green check mark saying that this phone is online and ready to answer calls. In the middle main area is a view area that is split right down the middle. On the left-hand side, there is a configurable area for display of location information, any information that is available with regards to ALI database or integration that can come across. And we have some controls, we have some buttons. Again, these are customizable based on the particular deployment. In this specific instance, we have a shortcut to do a transfer. We have a button for a map. We can click on 911 details, shows additional information. We can also do rebids with it. And so that information provides the core information that is available to your call taking systems today. In addition to that, when the party, the remote party, is wanting to communicate with not only voice, you can't see the voice, but there's voice in this slide, but with text as well, real-time text, then the left-hand side of this, or the right-hand side of the screen splits, and it creates a conversation window so that you can communicate and type back and forth. One of the great things about real-time text is that you don't have to take turns, and there's no collision. It's superior to TTY communications in every way. And so this screen allows you to communicate and include text as part of your communication, as well as have all the information to be able to dispatch somebody and handle the call, and handle the call successfully. It is really the goal in here. Now, this phone itself, you can see it was paired with the keyboard, and that is to enable it to be able to type very easily, as well as part of that communication. I think that's about all I've got.
Yes, we would love to show it to you. We've got the phones on the table back there, and let you experience what real-time text really does do for the citizens and for the PSAPs. So come visit Hamilton's table back there.
Thank you.
Thank you.